Diana from Adirondack Girl at Heart. I teach antique lovers how to create successful vintage and antique businesses that they love. One of the ways I do that is through these videos right here on YouTube. I also have a website called Adirondack Girl at Heart. I'd love it if you would visit me there. I'd also love it if you give me a thumbs up for this video and subscribe and leave a comment. One of my favorite finds is this really beautiful ironstone gravy boat that I picked up at Salvation Army for $1.99. It's in really good shape other than the crazing that you see, and it's a little bit brown on the inside and there's a little bit of brownness there. I'm not sure if you can see that. It should sell on Etsy, where I've been selling smaller pieces of ironstone lately for about $25 to $30. Love the little detail there on the handle. Also, in the Ironstone family, I picked up 2 butter pats, 50 cents each. I've been selling these in sets of 3 on Etsy for $31.99. These are a little bit newer than a lot of the ones that I've been selling. I may sell them as a pair. I may join them together with a couple of others that I have. Also picked up these 3, not ironstone, just normal dishware, 79 cents each at Salvation Army. I just sold a pair of square butter pats with the green transferware decoration, but they were signed on the back England and they were ironstone. But nonetheless, I'm going to try these on Etsy for $31, $32, something like that. The pair of square butter pats that I just sold for $31.99. It's just pretty amazing, and the highest price that I've gotten for butter pats so far. So also ceramic. This is a newer restaurant ware, very new, much newer restaurant ware pitcher. It was half off, so it was $1. And sometimes I pick these up just to use for flower arrangements for myself. I also do sell them on Etsy for about $12 to $15 for those. Another piece of restaurant ware. This is Shenango China. That's a Pennsylvania company. It was $1, and I love pink. I don't sell much pink from my antique booth because it just really doesn't sell. It doesn't fit in. But this piece, I'll probably put a bar of soap in it and sell it for about $10. Picked up a little crock pot. It was half off of $2.50. It was $1.25. It should sell for about $8 to $10. I had a set of 3 of these and I sold each of them for $5. This is a Buffalo China bowl. It's hard to see the mark. Oh no, this is Shenango also, and it's a Native American right there with a shield, I think. So this is the same maker as the soap dish. So this should sell for $5 or $6. I just fell in love with this little ironstone mug. It's a child's mug. It's not signed. It was $2. And I was thinking that I might scrape off that design because I think it detracts, but in any event, it should sell for about $10. More, I think, if I am able to scrape that flower off. I think, then I picked up a couple of Beatrix Potter pieces, which I sold 3 Beatrix Potter themed items on Etsy last year. A cross-stitch kit, a frame, and a cross-stitch pattern, and they sold for really good money, so I'm hoping to sell this there. It cost $1, and I'm hoping to get like 15. It has some crazing. Can you see that? A little bit of crazing on it. It was definitely used. And then this piece I got at Salvation Army for $2.99. It's made by Royal Albert, an English company, whereas the cup was made by Wedgwood. So they must have, you know, licensing with different companies. This piece is really heavy, unused condition. It's got Mr. Jeremy Fisher, a frog. So I'm hoping this will actually sell for $35 to $40 because it's in such good shape. And then this piece has Peter Rabbit. There's Peter Rabbit and his mom and Flopsy and Mopsy. I love Beatrix Potter. Okay, how about some glassware? At an estate sale last weekend, I picked up this really nice bitters bottle. It's got bitters on the bottom and then some foreign language, some of which looks like French, some of which looks like something I've never seen, but in any event, right down there it says, is that where it's, yeah, right down here it says bitters, which bitters bottles are very collectible. This one is kind of plain. I love the color. It's got little, the surface is not completely smooth. It's got what people call whittle marks, which some people say are from, because it was blown into a wooden mold, and so you would see possibly some of the marks from the molding, the whittle marks, so that's what they're called. This one, it's definitely a nice piece. It was $2, and I will price it in the $15 to $20 range in my antique booth. Violin shaped bottles typically sell quite well. This one costs $2, and I think it's a maple syrup bottle, not real old, but should sell for about $8. This is also a maple syrup jar. The company, this is Adirondack Mountain Virgin Forest, and they went out of business in 1909. It's not in great shape. There's a lot of chipping here. There's also some cracks, but obviously, being Adirondack girl at heart, I had to buy it, and I might gift it to my father because he's the Adirondack connection for me, and I just thought that was really neat. I paid $2 for it, probably worth like $5 or $8 because of the condition. Look, see, there's a hole right there. If it was in perfect condition, it could be 25, 30, something like that. Here's a flask I picked up for $2. Nice embossed design all around, and a lid that's in pretty good shape. Cork in great shape. This would have been a cup, and it does have a little writing on the top that I hadn't noticed before, but because I'm old and I can't see, I can't read that. I'll put it in the comments, okay, or in the description below. Okay, so I think that's most of the glass. Oh, here's a couple. These were 50 cents each. And I've been actually selling some ruby glass from my antique booth, so that's why I picked them up. $5 to $8 probably on those. And then a little Bell, it says Bell Ann's little amber glass that was never cleaned. This came right out of a garbage dump. It's still full of the original dirt, so I will clean that, but I just thought that was super cute. So I think they threw that in for free. Worth about $5. So that is the glassware. Oh, I picked up this really huge, look at that. It's like a grocery store kind of jar, but really not that old. I paid $10 for it at Salvation Army, and I have the next size down that I use for flour and sugar, but I will sell that hopefully in like the $35 to $40 range. And what a great piece for decorating, right? Okay, so here's a couple of small things. I picked up a Bakelite handled knife. I have a little collection of Bakelite silverware, and this cost $1. This piece costs $1, sort of 1960s barware with a wooden handle, and I think it's signed Japan on the back. $1. So these are worth, if I were going to sell these in my booth, something like $3 or $4, and then I think this piece would be about $5 or $6. I do have a blog post planned on vintage barware coming up soon. I have in the past sold a number of men's razors, and I was not immediately familiar with this piece, made in the USA. It's a Gillette, really like pristine condition. So I paid $2 for it. I'm hoping it will sell on eBay for $15 to $20. Picked up a couple of Christmas items, a felt stocking for $1. This one is signed Ray, but I think that it will sell on Etsy next year for $12 to $15. I got another Santa tree topper. You may have seen me talk about one on my Instagram account. I sold for $25 on Etsy. So I think he will sell for $25, possibly more like $30. I think he's really handsome. I'm not in love with all this greenery here. I feel like I want to take that off, but we'll see. We'll see about that. He was $2. Picked up a pair of candlesticks. They are signed Costa Rica, but they are a wonderful mid-century modern style, and I will list them on eBay. I need to do a little research, but I'm thinking $20 to $30. Really nice shape and handsome. Call them handsome. They cost $1 each. Looks like $1 each. Maybe it was $1 for the set. I'm not sure about that. So back to the Christmas, a little Putz house, very simple, very plain. He should sell, it cost $1, should sell for about probably $10. I do have a blog post about how I embellished several that were in really bad shape. This guy has his paper door and cellophane windows are completely intact, which is rare. And then this little bottle brush tree actually is in also really good condition. Dates to probably the late 60s. It's not an early house, but all Putz houses sell eventually. So on the topic of Christmas, my husband found these at a flea market, 50 cents each. I put bottle brush trees on the backs or on the top and tie them on with baker's twine and sell them at the Christmas craft show that I do every year for $6. So I'm always on the lookout for sports cars and trucks, things like that, things that are interesting to put the bottle brush trees on. Also at that flea market, I picked up this spool of its paper ribbon for a local department store that's not in business anymore. It was called Barney's. So the ribbon actually says Barney's Company, Schenectady, New York. And I believe I can sell this from my antique booth probably for, I'm gonna say $15 or $20, maybe more. But I also, when I sell jewelry online, I will package it in a little craft paper, brown paper box and wrap it with antique ribbon. And so I think this would look really nice against those brown boxes, but we'll see. Anyways, I paid $5 for it. So that was a fun buy at the flea market. This alarm clock I picked up at an estate sale for $2, and it is the name of it is Europa, made in Germany. I'm expecting it to sell on Etsy or eBay for $25 to $30. This is really interesting. A dealer in my shop was going out of business. Everything was 70% off. So this set, this is a little leather case, snaps closed. It contains a set of celluloid pieces. It's missing one. There's a nail buffer right there, a button hook right here. Just really sweet, great condition. Celluloid is not selling really great right now. Unusual pieces will sell, but I do have a blog post planned on celluloid, and I paid $7 for this set, which I think was a really good deal. If I were going to sell it, I would probably sell it on Etsy and hope to get something like $25 to $30. But I'll be hanging on to that for a little while. And because GE, General Electric, is located nearby, I tend to buy anything related to General Electric and sell it from my antique booth or on Etsy. And so here's just a little simple little plastic ruler that was $1. And then a pair of folding scissors. This is the case. It says, it's not really clear, but General Electric, and it held this pair of folding scissors, which are very, very sharp, made in the USA scissors, and then it folds back up and goes into the little case. So I would expect the scissors to go for about $12 to $15, and the ruler just for a couple dollars. But sometimes I put together little groupings of General Electric items and sell them that way. Not very exciting, but okay. A couple of textiles. I just want to see where I'm at. Okay, a couple of textiles. I frame old flags like this one and sell them for this is a larger size, and it will probably sell for about $25 framed. And it doesn't take long at all to frame those. I have a blog post about it that I'll link below. And here is a kind of like a very homespun looking card. I would call this the card table tablecloth. And not super old, but just a nice look, I think, for my antique booth. It was $1, and I will price it at $20 to $25. I always pick up cookbooks, Better Homes and Garden. This is a newer one, but it should still sell quite well, $12 to $15 in my antique booth. These are two of my favorite finds. I actually picked up 4 of them. So at the flea market, I saw a whole bunch of planes, wood planes, and they were marked $10, but there was a little sign that asked for a better price. So I talked to the booth owner, and I picked up 4 for $25. I expect to sell, this is the nicest one. I feel it's lighter wood. I'm not sure if it's not oak, so I'm not sure what it is, but just love it. It should sell for about $35 is what I am hoping. And then the other 3 were made out of this darker wood. These are the only 2 that I've cleaned up so far. So I would expect them to sell for about $25 each. So that is a very good return on my money, right? Okay, so last couple of items are this light fixture, great primitive farmhouse look. It was $5, and I will sell it for about $25. And I always pick up any sort of farmhouse style, country style wreath. I'll take the bow off and just leave it as a blueberry wreath, and they sell for $20 to $25. I usually have in my booth somewhere an old door. Usually it's my focal point, and I'll have a small table in front of it and a few things hanging on the door, and I like to have a wreath on there. It's a very warm and welcoming look for anybody walking by my booth. And the last thing is this old clock. I think it's from school. There was a whole bin of them for sale. There was no price on them. I found out when I was checking out that they were $2 each. This is a glass front industrial style clock that should sell for $25 to $35. I had another one slightly larger with a plastic frame. This is a metal frame that I sold on Facebook Marketplace for 25, and I would like to sell it on Facebook Marketplace because it's really heavy, and like I said, the front is glass. So it was $2, and like I said, I'm expecting $25 to $35. I will let you know how that does, and I think we've covered it all. I hope you enjoyed seeing my vintage finds, and like I said in the beginning, I hope you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, you guys take care, and as always, happy hunting.